Do you remember where we were?
Kind of. But remind me a little?
Okay. I was after the secret of Monkey Island, and I decided that the easiest path to the island was to sign on to crew on LeChuck's ship. I would mount a mutiny at some convenient time. There were two problems. I needed a mop to get the job, and they knew who I was. Now, back to the story. Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic! You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore, but maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one, but maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that.
Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here! It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters. It's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Melee Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. See you later.
Yep.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping. I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
Hi there, newcomer.
Hi. At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Are these for customers?
Not technically, but please, help yourself. That charming old guy who mans the lookout keeps bringing them for the parrot.
Thanks. I'll just take a few. I've got enough to last me. It already looks well fed. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes, they did. Yes, it was. And they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
I simply don't allow filth to accumulate in the first place. Try somewhere a little less sanitary, like the bar by the docks.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary, just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a fail-safe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
Hello again. I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key, one that opens all locks at once.
All at once? Well, how does that work?
No idea. It's just a story. But I guess you'll find out soon enough.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
these are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
What's this key?
That's for a lockable quiver. And please, don't touch the glass.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
What's this lock?
That's for hats.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
Handsome-looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the window. It makes things look bigger. It seems to be stuck closed.
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid! Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a swamp, without the clean parts.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
How's your day?
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hi there. This is the number for the jail cell lock. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure, good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow, what a coincidence. I had no idea.
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid! You look like you're having a good time. That's nice.
This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells. Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case. I already copied the serial number.
They say the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a look. No thanks, I'm about to be acquitted. Escaping looks bad.
Most of this serial number has been rubbed off. Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
Word of advice, kid, stick to the narrow straights. Hey, kid!
The note says, "Forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better." The note says, "Forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better." Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball. The note says, "Forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better."
Things are not what they seem.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Snazzy sign. Well, he's done well for himself. The International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
You mean,
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
it's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way, think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge.
I've always been impressed by your chair.
Thank you.
What's cooking?
The Feast of Knowledge.
This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes,
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question as it could create a liability issue.
Your sign says you're going out of business. Or is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is terrible, and there are other factors. Captain Madison desires this location. That it belongs to me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Oh, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
How does dark magic...
Runes, chemicals, the power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for...
Is dark magic powerful?
Powerful, yes. It can be, if the badger chews his own tail.
You like that metaphor a lot.
It has
Can dark magic get me to Monkey Island?
No.
Nuts. Where can I get my hands on...
Dark magic is not your path, Guybrush.
Do you know more about this John Laney guy with the eye patch?
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with mud. The eye patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum of Pirate Lore here on Melee Island. If an enterprising person such as yourself were to liberate it and bring it here, I could most likely get it working again.
Got it. Thanks. I'll get back to browsing the shop.
Act fast. Supplies are limited.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog. It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife. An empty basket. I should have gotten here last month. A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. They're having a half-off sale. If any clock were the exception to that rule, it would be this one. Hey, Wally. Bye. Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
When was the last time you had a bath?
Ha! That was marginally clever.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
How's the governorship treating you?
It's not as straightforward as I'd hoped. For some reason, you can't just tell everyone what to do and assume they'll do it. That's new territory for me.
Not for me. Maybe I should be governor.
I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine said that program is being hampered by Captain Madison.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. Looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. It's a lot of work being governor. I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who... Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood. Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal. I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Oh. Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
What happened to Stan's previously owned vessels? It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. This used to be such a bright, cheery place. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of It's a dried-up old sea sponge. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It always looks bigger on this side of the island. It's good for relieving stress. It's soft and extra fuzzy. I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you. Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not. Re-elect Governor Carla. It'll be my ship soon enough. I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
Yarr!
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir. Fancy.
Ah!
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into pests or garnishes.
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
Active little guys, aren't they? Can I borrow your mop?
Put that down before you hurt yourself.
What?
Clearly, there's a lot you don't know about mops. The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because...
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything...
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make...
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop. Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse, Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that.
If I brought...
Of course. I'm a...
Oh, where did he say he had...
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird taste.
I'll see what I can find.
Thanks.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls... The plaque says, in memory of looming... I think someone tried to secure a boat with this. Looks like a mugshot. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling... Well, I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
Barbie LaFleur catered that event. I own her cookbook, but I don't know any of the recipes.
Do you know where I can find Barbie LaFleur?
Middle of the Atlantic Ocean? She's halfway back to France by now.
Remind me what you said.
I said I didn't make the food, but I've got the food.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
It's a lot of work being governor. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
It's hopeless. Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back. You never even.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but I need more than that.
Here.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
That is complete nonsense. And yet, I am going to forgive you for losing my book. I can't even explain why. I just have this sudden, inexplicable urge to forgive. You'd better not be up to something.
Just don't lose the frog, okay?
No, I'll keep it with me always.
Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this. Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck.
I know what the lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered, not that she needed it.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind, it's not important. The display case is locked. It doesn't fit.
What? Is something wrong?
Well, I was just wiping a smudge off the glass.
Oh, all right. But be careful. Guard parrots are attack trained.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. The display case is locked. There's some very tiny writing on it. Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read. If one monocle is good, two is better. Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down. What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching...
What did it say?
Oh, you know, love letter stuff.
Thanks a lot. It's locked. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush. This will be excellent.
Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday.
He'll never complain again. Ingredients indeed. Brilliant innovation. Keep your hands off my mop!
Welcome back.
Hi there. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This'll be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps. Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
What do you expect me to do, Elaine? Issue a proclamation?
Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that.
People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put a requirement on ships traveling to the north. There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all in place.
Well, it's a start. Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed.
I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. Scrollwork is nice, but there are no numbers here. Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. Looks like it's been there forever. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle. Classic and subtle. Like me. But I don't need to be wearing this right now. Can you fix this?
Ah, the famous eye patch disguise of John Laney. As I suspected, the magic has long since drained away. One moment. Come, spirits of deception and death. Drink your rejuvenation and awaken.
Death?
It's nothing to worry about. John Laney, this hapless boy needs your help.
Hey.
Take pity on him and bring him the power to hide from his enemies.
Oh, you don't have to put it like that. That's it?
Unless you want the extended service warranty.
No, thanks. I'm not a sucker. What do I owe you?
Maybe try it on first, before we discuss payment.
Well, how do I look? Ah! What the heck? I look like a zombie. Is it broken?
John Laney was especially known for impersonating monsters of various types.
You failed to mention that earlier.
It's not a strong part of the sales pitch.
I'll just wear it when I really need to. Ugh.
You're welcome.
Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Bye.
coming along nicely.
Yeah, it's filled with nasty-looking water.
Oh, well, probably fine.
Wally, here's a sample of the wood you wanted. Can you make me a map now?
Sure, here it is.
Thanks, Wally. The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Malay Island mop handle tree. It's like there's a welcoming committee. Mind your mama, little prickly kids. The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Malay Island mop handle tree. It's probably time for them to fly south. Another resource has given its all in support of my personal goals. It's what nature is for. I must have startled them while I was whittling. Some animals are quite skittish. I must have startled them while I was whittling. Hey, little dear. I'll take a shortcut back. I carved it myself. My brilliant deduction is that the museum is closed. The light's off. Looks like they're closed.
So much to do. Seems like a lot, but okay.
Look at the mop handle I carved. I only needed one tree to make it.
You found the tree! Oh, good thing you only took one branch. It's the last mop tree on the island. Very, very rare. 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon.
Pleasantly scorching hot.
Coming along nicely. Do I really have to salt it so often? Oops. Oh, well, probably
Food is more
fine.
exciting when you can smell the risk.
Oops. Oh, well, probably fine.
Yeah, it's filled with nasty-looking water.
Oops. Oh, well, probably fine.
It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Then you have a packet of stick-on stars. I made him up. I think I'm ready to set sail. It's a single perfect instrument that I will keep and use for a lifetime. I'll wait until I'm closer to LeChuck's ship. No need to scare the Melee townfolk. I should move farther away from the quartermaster so she doesn't see me. Hi there. You must be the quartermaster.
Yep, you look like a guy without many options. I need a swabby. It's BYOM. So, show me a decent mop and the job's yours.
Okay. How's this for a mop?
Let's see. Stick, tangle a boat line. Smells like seagull droppings. Good enough. You're hired.
Great.
We'll be getting underway soon. Why don't you come on board and I'll introduce you to the crew.
I'm excited to see my stateroom. When's a good time to discuss the benefits package?
Threepwood's on LeChuck's ship. He's got some kind of disguise. From the bargain bin, it looks like.
So what?
You don't think this could be a problem? We didn't plan for him.
I hate not knowing what's going on. I should have taken him out the minute he walked in here.
Don't worry, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah? How?
I've got a spy on board the ship.
So once you were on LeChuck's ship, you turned the tables on them. You whipped out your sword and said, "I'm your captain now. Take me to Monkey Island, or you'll all walk the plank."
More or less.
The name's Gullet, but you're not to call me that. To you, I'm the first swab, and I want to hear the capital letters when you say it.
Capital 1. Got it.
And this is the old. You'll be spending a lot of time down here.
I thought we'd have a union or something. How much time is a lot of time?
All of it. You work here. You sleep here. You take your meals here. Forget the world you knew before. This hold is your world. The hull is your ground. The deck is your sky. And I am your deity of choice. A cruel and vengeful deity. I only have one simple rule. You are not to leave this hold under any circumstances. Any questions?
Can I leave the hold?
But no!
What happens if I leave?
I said you're not to leave under any circumstances.
Well, I know, just hypothetically. What if I did?
The worst punishment you can imagine.
Which is?
I throw you back down here. Nothing's worse than this.
Where's my bunk?
You might be all right inside one of the crates. Otherwise, be sure to cover your eyes. The chickens like to peck. But it's probably safest if you don't sleep at all. The chickens have their ways.
what if I need to, you know...
Use the portal. Don't get anything on the ledge outside, though. I hate an unsightly ledge.
What's for dinner?
Oh, we'd like a bit of dinner, would we? Well, perhaps we can arrange a bit of roast duck under glass for your majesty. But seriously, learn to catch rats. You can drown them in your mop bucket. They make their own sauce.
What am I supposed to be doing exactly?
No recruits. You're all thicker than the chickens.
Is that the whole answer?
You're supposed to be swabbing. I want this hole sparkling, as if it was clean. Now, get to work.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.